It was God's will. That's how the story begins. Centuries ago, one night, an ancestor dreamed of an entity that came from another world. It spoke to her and said, "You will give birth to the most virtuous man, but without eyes." And from that moment on, every one of his descendants would be born blind. Today, we are traveling to a place where that story is said to still be true. A village called Dali Koumbé in Mauritania, a place where one person out of two cannot see. Some say it's genetics. Others say it's the water. Others believe it's something else entirely. What is certain is that this village exists at the edge of the known world, and we're going to find it. If you think this story is just a legend, stay with me. If you think it might be real, subscribe now, because this journey will test everything we think we know about happiness, sight, and survival. The sun was setting when we stopped for the night. We pitched our tent in the desert, and as darkness fell, there was movement outside. Sounds, footsteps, voices carried by the wind. Out here, the desert never truly sleeps. We woke up in Nouakchott, the capital of Mauritania. An adventure was about to begin. More than 1,000 kilometers through the Sahara Desert. We're crossing the entire country to reach what might be the least visited place in the least touristy country in the world. Mauritania itself rarely sees visitors, and Dali Koumbé lies far beyond even that. No internet, no roads, no certainty it will even welcome us. Some people we ask aren't even sure it exists. Nouakchott wasn't always a city. It began as a temporary camp meant for just a few thousand people. But in 1970, drought and desertification forced entire populations to flee their villages. The city exploded. Today, over 1.2 million people live here. Nomadic Maori, Wolof communities, fishermen, people from every corner of the country. It's a crossroads, and it's where our journey truly starts. From here on, there's no turning back. Our mission is simple, but dangerous in its own way. To find out if the story of Dali Koumbé is truth or myth, and more importantly, to understand how a community like this defines happiness. If you believe happiness requires sight, like this video. If you think happiness might come from somewhere else, keep watching. Before leaving the city, we stop at a market to prepare. Because once we leave Nouakchott, there will be nothing. No shops, no fuel, no second chances. Markets like this are oases in the desert, places of abundance carved out of scarcity. Life here is shaped by heat, wind, and survival, but also by generosity. There's one constant when eating in the desert. Everything has sand in it. By chance, we stumble upon the largest camel market in Mauritania. Camels from all over the country are brought here, each marked with symbols of the tribe they belong to. On this journey, we're not alone. There's Ali, a Bedouin of few words, but a tireless driver, and Boo, who has become more than a guide. He's our anchor in a country that can become treacherous without warning. Mauritania is full of checkpoints, and every one of them needs to know where we are. Out here, safety depends on being traceable. Less than 50 kilometers from the capital, the landscape changes completely. The city disappears. The dunes arrive. Homes vanish under the sand. Roads dissolve. We load everything into the back of the pickup. Water, food, fuel, milk. Enough to survive 10 days in the desert. Because ahead of us is only the unknown. And somewhere out there, near the border with Mali, is a village that may not want to be found. A place where people are said to be blind, yet able to hear what we cannot. Sense water beneath the sand. Navigate without light. If Dali Koumbé is real, It will challenge everything we believe about vision. We leave Nouakchott behind. At first, it doesn't feel dramatic. The road still exists. The horizon is still familiar. But the desert works quietly. It doesn't attack. It erases. Every checkpoint slows time down. Windows roll down. Documents pass from hand to hand. Copies of our passports disappear into dusty folders, one after another. If someone back home were to ask where we are right now, they would know. Out here, control is survival. The further we go, the less the land resembles anything permanent. Houses vanish first, then villages, then even the idea of a road. Sand covers everything, even memory. The desert has the power to swallow entire towns, leaving behind nothing but silence. And the people who live here accept it. We stop at places that can barely be called villages. 4 houses, sometimes 3, sometimes just tents. Each time, we ask the same question. Dali Koumbé? They point forward, always forward. Further, always further. This is when doubt begins to grow. Not fear, doubt. Is it farther than we thought? Did we misunderstand the name? Or does it simply not exist? If you think we're already lost, like the video. If you think the desert still has surprises for us, stay with me. We stop at what might be the last real crossroads. The sun is lowering fast, and traveling at night here is forbidden. Not because it's illegal, but because it's dangerous. We camp near a strange, lively place. People passing through. Trade happening. Voices everywhere. It's not a tourist stop. It's a survival stop. Everyone pauses here before going deeper into the desert. As the light fades, our companions begin to decorate themselves. Scarves. Coverings. Maybe they know something we don't. A sandstorm? The cold night? Or just habit? Either way, the message is clear. We're stopping. Another checkpoint. Silence returns. And finally, we camp. A clearing. A dirt road. Nothing else. 10 hours of driving today. Tomorrow, at least 10 more. If everything goes well, we should reach Dali Koumbé in the afternoon. If it exists, tomorrow decides everything. Either we are welcomed or rejected. Either we find a community that can redefine happiness, or we turn back. Over 1,000 kilometers for nothing, or for everything. Morning comes without warning. There's no sunrise here, just light replacing darkness. We eat on the move. Typical Mauritanian bread. Carry. With buru, it's hard to eat with the car bouncing, but today, we eat like this. If you've ever had breakfast in the middle of nowhere, you know this feeling. Another stop. The desert feels different today. Alive, not aggressive, but intentional. It erases our tracks almost immediately. Even roads vanish behind us. Here, the desert doesn't remember you. Bedouin villages appear and disappear. They have lived like this for centuries, aware that everything can vanish. It doesn't seem to bother them, but it bothers me. We keep asking, every stop, the same question. Dali Koumbé? Always the same answer. Further. Closer to Mali. Closer to nothing. I don't want to say it out loud, but I can feel it. Either the village is much farther than we thought, or it doesn't exist. If you think we're chasing a mirage, comment desert. If you think we're closer than ever, don't leave now. Then something changes. We pick up a man, a stranger. No one else knows the way, but he does. At least, he says he does. Now we're following a path that isn't a path. No signs, no road, just trees and sand. The pickup struggles, and somehow he never hesitates. What surprises me the most isn't just how remote this place is, it's the isolation. Hundreds of kilometers from civilization, nothing around them, no one passing through. And this is where a community of blind people lives, alone. Finally, we've arrived. Probably the most isolated place we've ever been. From here on, everything depends on Boo. He goes ahead to speak with the elders, to explain who we are, why we're here. We wait. The elder walks ahead of us. From the way he moves, it almost seems like he can see. He tells us to walk slowly. The people here have never welcomed tourists, never seen tourists. Some may be afraid. We enter quietly, carefully. Welcome. How are you? I hope you are well. They don't speak our language, but the meaning is clear. You are welcome. We are a big family, they tell us. And then we ask the question that brought us all this way. Why is this village like this? It was God's will. That's how every explanation begins. The story goes back 10 generations to a woman, a mother. One night, while she slept, an entity appeared to her in a dream. Not from this world. It told her something impossible. She would give birth to the most virtuous man, but without eyes. From that moment on, every one of his descendants would be born blind. And, according to them, the prophecy never stopped. My father was blind. His father was blind. And so am I. They speak about blindness, not as a punishment, but as a continuation, a destiny. One man stands out, Sheikh Mohammed Mahmoud, the imam of the village. They say he found many of the water sources in Mauritania blind, guided only by sound, memory, and faith. He tells me his purpose is simple. I teach the Quran, nothing else. That is enough. But one question stays with me. How do you learn the Quran if you cannot read? He smiles. It took a long time. He went to the same teacher as sighted children. No special treatment. The teacher wrote the verses, then read them again and again and again until every word was carved into memory. Only then could they move on. Every single day like this, until the entire Quran lived inside him, perfectly. Are you completely blind, I ask? Or do you see something? We sense light, he says. Presence, movement. Allah gave us enough light to walk, enough to live, enough to appreciate life. I ask everyone the same question. If you could see one thing, just one, what would it be? To see the letters of the Quran and write them, they answered. I watch a boy walk away alone, confident, certain. How can he move by himself? I ask. Our feet know the village, they say. We know every step. He can go to the mosque, fetch water, come back. Outside the village, he would need help. But here, this is freedom. If you think sight defines freedom, pause here. If you think this story is changing something inside you, stay with us. They ask me if they seem unhappy. I look at the man in front of me. He answers before I can. I am grateful. I am at peace. There are more blind people here. Children, women, elders, but they don't live alone. Sighted family members help. Life is shared. He takes me to his home, or rather, he guides me. I am the one who needs help. Under a tent, children sit in silence, wooden tablets in their hands. This is their school. This is how they write the Quran. Not on paper. His dream is serious. To help his community. To teach gratitude. To share happiness. Reading the Quran is my happiness, he says. Teaching it, even more. In a place this hostile, where the sun defines survival, these people live without seeing light. And yet, this feels like freedom. Their village is not a prison. It's a map, learned by heart, guided by faith. Their story, hidden in the desert, is not about blindness. It's about navigating life, when light is not guaranteed. If you believe happiness isn't about what you see, like this video. As the day fades, the village becomes quiet. No electricity, no screens, no distractions, only voices, footsteps, and wind. I realize something. For us, darkness is absence. For them, it's normal. They don't fear the night. They've been navigating life without visual certainty since birth. We say goodbye slowly, not with rush, not with noise, but with respect. On the way back, the desert swallows the village almost instantly. No signs, no markers, as if Dali Koumbé never existed. And maybe that's why. Its lesson is so powerful. They don't measure happiness by what they lack. They measure it by what they're given. Community, faith, purpose. In a world obsessed with seeing more, owning more, going faster, they remind us that meaning doesn't come from the eyes. It comes from orientation, knowing where you stand, knowing where you belong. They taught me something I didn't expect. That freedom isn't about distance. It's about familiarity. They can walk this village blind because they know it by heart. And maybe that's the real journey. Not traveling the world, but learning to move confidently. Inside the life you've been given, it was God's will. It started centuries ago. One dream, one prophecy, a village hidden in the desert, where half the people are blind, and somehow see more than most of us ever will. If this story made you question what happiness means, subscribe to Nomad Log. If you believe the world still holds stories like this, leave a like. It helps these voices travel further. And if you think you would survive 10 days in the Sahara chasing a story like this, you already know what to do. Good night.